Hello there. So yeah, man, it's Daniel here. Um, well, today was, how can I say? I shave it off again, and I don't know. I think it's because of the weather. I don't know. It's just got some no marks, but yeah, you'll figure it out. Um, Now we had not sales calls. It's like a meeting of the company, but I don't think it's everyone there. Uh, fuck. Just couldn't give a shit about it. Like yesterday, I was just thinking so much, about everything because it was the first week, right? Thinking about, yeah, man, I have to hit this number, and with this, I could make this, and if I was a closer, you know, I could do this, I could do that, and I was like, fuck, I was reviewing the sales calls of them, and I was like, fuck, man, they could just, And then today we went through the numbers. I said, yeah, I did like 500 dials. I mean, which is not bad, you know. I have like more a couple dials to make today, but you know, and I did like four sets. Two of them show up, two of them didn't show up. I'm following up with them, the ones who didn't show up, and then like the other guy did he was really good, better than me even. Six sets, I think pretty much the same thing. I think like half of them show up, and I think like his sets were the same thing. They didn't close, and yeah. What else? I say yeah, they said like now what the thing that matters it's volume. You gotta put volume, which I agree. But they were like, yeah, about qualification, don't worry about that. And I was like, fuck, man. And then they said, yeah, because then we have to analyze this, to increase the close rate. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is not my job, man. Like this is your job. Like you're supposed to do this. You and the closer. It's not me. Like the fact that he said, yeah, and don't worry about the qualification. Just put the volume. Waste of time. You know. And he said, yeah, you have to figure out what's the best times to call. I know the best times to call, but I'm not gonna say that. Like, what's the point of this shit, man? Like, you're not here to make fucking money. Like, why? Like, oh, you gotta figure it out the numbers by yourself. You're just wasting time, man. Instead of just no, this is the best time to call. Call this times. Instead of just making us idiots, just dialing. Like dialing in times that they know they won't pick up. Instead of just saying dial this hours here. No, bunch of useless shit. And I'm like, fuck, man. So far, I think there's a lot of of course, nothing's perfect, man. Nothing is perfect. But there's certain problems that I accept. I prefer certain problems rather than others. Close rate? Ah, man, for fuck's sake, dude. Even show up rate is shit. Okay, but if the close rate is good, I mean that's enough for me. Talking this as a setter. But fuck, man, the show up is good, but they don't close, man. Whatever, man. Like because what's the worst shit? Because all bottles down to hope. You know. I feel hopeless because yeah, man, I'm gonna set a guy and then he's gonna show up and then they're not gonna close. What's the point? When there's no meaning of my actions, there has no meaning. Then why should I do this? Ah, fuck, man. But I dial. I dial. This time I track. The pickup rate, the conversations. Yeah, I mean the top seller he said, like Mondays are kind of shit, and also yeah, I did like I said one guy, and then like they said, yeah, man, like I'll cancel the meeting with this guy because there's like three profiles, like what? And reschedule the guy, fuck it, you know. And I had like one interesting conversation, like this lady. No, she seems to be like more older, like and like she's like business owner, but like this time I really felt it. No, because yeah, there's business owners and whatever, but like there are some that you're like, I mean, she knows her shit. Very blunt and direct, and I was like, oh, you know, I was like, but yeah, I sent her resources, and like she was very, polite, like, oh, thank you, thank you very much. I'll check those and then I will get back to you. Probably she's not gonna. If she does that, I'm impressed because I wouldn't do that. Not because I'm like I'm not committed because I forget. I forget. That's the tendency of humans, right? Forget shit, which is good sometimes. To forget shit. But I'm thinking, man, and again, it's like a matter. Yeah, it's more like need than want. You know, I really need the money. You and like having to rely on somebody else's ability. That sucks. That sucks. I just realized that. I prefer. Yeah, like when you are alone, you can go like so far. Like there's a point there. Like if you want to go past this point, you need people. But if you're not talented, if you're good, you can go very far by yourself. And like so far, man, especially now, this period of my life, like I always noticed that like was more like just me, just alone. Yeah, there's people there, but they 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 were not there. Like they were not there. Like here, they were not with this. I was there myself, and like I got used to that, and like now I prefer that way. That was like this shit, like yeah, man, like I'm talking with this lead, don't. And then they throw this bullshit, like this curveball, like, no, man, it's because the lead is gonna get confused. Bullshit, man. They're not stupid, man. You think what? They're like 8 years old? Fuck that. You know? I don't know, bro. I think the time will return, because that's interesting, like that phrase like you are like you die as a hero or you live long enough to become the villain, because I was that guy. I was like, no, man, this is wrong, like if someone is working with a lead and you just go there and you get the lead and like you set the lead or you you close the lead, that's wrong. And I thought that happened a lot, like, no, man, this is wrong. I mean, you shouldn't do that. But now, like, that I really need this shit because I need that. I need that. I just fucking need. And I look at that and I'm like, fuck this shit. Because no one cares. No one cares, man. And now, like, because it's one thing, like, to realize that, and, like, it's another thing to start to deploy that into your actions and the way into your worldview, I don't care, man. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, no, I'm working this way. Fuck it. I can give a shit. What matters by the end of the day, is like how much money did you bring? Like how many sets did you? Because that's the thing. It's not about numbers, you know. All this shit of all this, values and bullshit. It's just bullshit, man. Don't give a fuck about that. The real, of course, there's appearances, right? But like, no one gives a fuck about that, you know. And like, it's just a part of the game, you know. And it pisses me off, you know. Like I was, reviewing the calls, and like the owner, he was like, yeah, man, like our developers, they they're not like from random third world countries, they're Americans. I'm like, I give a fuck. They're American. Oh, that phrase, man, like really pisses me off. Oh, they are Americans. Oh yeah, big shit, They are American. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stressed, Maybe I'm just pissed, because I don't have money right now. But I don't know. I don't know. Makes sense to me. Yeah, makes sense. They are American. Give a fuck, right? Like this fucking glass, man, is broken as well. This fucking thing here. Yeah, man. Well, thankfully I have a backup, which is this other pipeline. Which I don't know, man. I don't think. I don't know, man. If I don't get like, I mean, the like the minimum, let's say they close, oh, if they close, right? If they fucking close something, you know. Let's say they close they start package, which is like 3,800, something like that, like almost 4K, 38, you know. Let's round to 4K. That would be $100. $90, I think it would. 90 bucks, $85. I hope I at least get that. We'll see. We'll see. The program seems to be good. Don't get me wrong, but their sales process. Mm-mm. Well, I'm in the sales process, right? So like I have a part of that in that. But yeah, man, we'll see. Like there's more like 90 days until the cohort like ends, and I don't know if they're gonna like as the cohort ends, they're gonna say, oh, like I'm gonna like I'm choose you, I choose you and him, or if they're gonna like because we started dialing last week, so like if last week is gonna be like week one, and then it's gonna be more 3 weeks, and then they're gonna not say the word. I don't know. I think it's gonna be like within the 90 days, 9 days actually, 9 days. They're gonna say something, so we'll see how that goes. The thing is that I put like to myself is my KPI is like $100 at least, and regardless of the outcome, like because the inputs, doing the dives get the sets, and you know, but like at least regardless if I set someone or not, my KPI is $100, So yeah, I hit $100, 110. I think it's gonna be more, but yeah, man, that's it. Let's keep moving forward and let's conquer. Bye.